You know we ain't live.
Yeah, but I changed some things. Just see, please.
What's it called? Divine?
Divinity and darkness.
I don't know if that's gonna work. No, we can't say nothing about darkness. Okay, so the health is good. It's on this computer. It's going to be okay with just being able to. I think the reason why we still black. I mean, on this computer, that's what we got it, man.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, don't stop that one. Send me the link and I'm coming on. Let me come in on that one too.
You want me to send it to you?
Oh, no, I'm going on there.
Okay.
Let's start a live stream on there too. Zoom or Hangout. Open with Internet Explorer. Start from a vintage web.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
You'll need Chrome. I don't know how we clear on OBS and dig on blurry on here. Change some things. I thought maybe change something back. Right.
Hello, people. Hang in there.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you stop the broadcast?
No, I ain't stop it.
Peace, y'all.
Okay, yeah.
They can hear.
Mm-hmm. Peace, peace. Peace, y'all. Be on going in a minute. What we trying to do is trying to still pull up on another computer. So we doing what we can, y'all. So just hang in there with us. You know, we gonna get to it. Glad y'all was able to hang with us. For those that weren't, you know,
you catch it on the playback.
We'll be back with it. You know what I mean? We'll be back. You know we. All right. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hit me up. Well, for one, and tell me if you can hear. All right, hit me up with one if you can tell me if you can hear. Okay?
You see the chat over there?
No. I'm going here to get it though. Loud and clear. Good, 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 good. But
it's
still
blurry.
still blurry as hell. So know what's going on with that blurriness. Do not know what's going on with that damn. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Okay, question.
And it's on 720p stream. This is ridiculous, y'all, with this blurriness. What's going on over here?
So you're entering the video call as soon as the plugin is installed.
Oh, okay.
And verifying installation.
All right, we're just waiting, y'all. Question. What was that question?
What's 5 things you could do in order to get into your metaphysical mindset?
All right, the 5 things you can do to get into your metaphysical mindset or state. It's real simple. Number 1, do meditations. And the meditation can be moving meditations, such as doing your Qigong or Tai Chi. What that does is unify the mind as well as the body into one unit. Hence, that is the union, or what is called Samatawi, the connection between Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. All right, that's what that is. All right, the VPN. Is your VPN on? If it is, cut it off. VPN, VPN.
Okay.
Let's see what VPN. VPN.
What's VPN, y'all?
Private network. Let's see what's going on. Is it on? Turn it off. Turn it off. All right. Turn it off.
Yay, we got some computer geniuses in the house.
Let's see what's going on. I turned them off. I turned off the allow VPN over metered networks. I turned it off, and also allow VPN while roaming. I turned it off. All right, Straight Panther, appreciate you.
Yay.
You know, you right here in the hometown, so
can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to meet you in person, God. You know. All right, how you can protect yourself and your family. Well, before I get to that, let me finish the other ones because you said 5. So meditation, which is dealing with moving meditations, such as Qigong and Tai Chi, are essential. Also learning the sounds of healing, which are what is called the cosmic sounds of healing, meaning that you are able to utilize such as the vowels or hakahus or hennessy's, which are words or sounds of power, in order to enlighten negative energy from your endocrine glands, i.e., your ethereal, astral chakras, as they're called, your shankaras. Of course, we know that if we cut you open, you can't see your chakras. So you have dumbasses saying that the chakras don't exist. Well, do your endocrine glands exist? Oh, yes, they do. You know, you have a communicational problem, then they're going to tell you, oh, well, that's your thyroid gland. You know, you have a lymphatic problem, oh, they're going to tell you that, oh, that's your thymus gland. You have a growth problem, you know, you put too much HGH or human growth hormone out into the body, they're going to tell you that's a problem. You know, you have insomnia, they're going to tell you then that is a pineal gland problem or malfunction. You know, if you can't get your penis up, you know, then that is a prostate gland, you know, situational problem. You know, so all of these things in which that they tell you that don't exist or part of the endocrine gland network, hormonal balance, as it's supposed to be, in other words, in the laws of Mayat, in which that's supposed to help with that process. You know? So this is them and their nonsense, you know, with that information. All right. Telling people that the chakras don't exist, but yet all the coaches tell you that the chakras exist. All of the coaches worldwide, indigenous coaches in particular, tell you that they exist. All right. Next would be music. You will want to have the proper music. All right. Music in which that is at the frequency of 4 hertz, not 440 hertz, which that they have everybody on. That's the problem for all the aggression. And the reason why you can't find unity among black folks, because the music has changed, the frequency has changed. They have moved different, which is 432 hertz, to this aggressive music, which is 440 hertz. Right? So you want to make sure you have the proper meditation would be moving meditation, because oftentimes a person can't sit still and do a meditation. You know, they either fall asleep or their mind would just be rambling all over the damn place. But with moving meditation such as Qigong, Tai Chi, it works a little bit better for those starting out. Okay? Learn the science of healing as far as Reiki and pranic healing, which is part of pranayama. All right. Learn yoga, which is pranayama yoga, which is also kundalini yoga. Some rather do hatha yoga. However, kundalini yoga and tantra kriya yoga will get you to the spiritual state much quicker. Hatha yoga might take 20 years, but through practicing tantra kriya yoga or kundalini yoga, it might only take 2. All right. So, you know, you want to add those 5 things into your reservoir on a daily basis in order to increase your spirituality and your enlightenment. Basically, the whole thing in spirituality is to utilize your breath and move your kundalini up to your pineal gland through the various shankaras or chakras, or and of course the kundalini. All right. So people say no kundalini exists because I can't open it up and see it. Well, see, chakras don't exist, kundalini don't exist, but you got to understand who these people are. These are black devils. These are individuals who are soulless. They can't feel. So whenever you hear a Negro say some shit like that, get the fuck away from them. You know what I mean? They are not spiritually developed. They do not have a soul or a highly developed soul. You know, they are babies in this. This might be their first time coming to planet Earth or whatever the case is. You don't need to be around them as someone who's attempting to get the fuck up off this plane and not come back. Or should say, be able to come back at will. All right? But that's the real key. So even for those that get the hell up off of here and don't have to come back, you still can come and go as you please, and that's the key. You're not inundated with the zodiac sign or the zodiac wheel or constellations, all right, or the positions of the star constellations in the sky. All right, so you're not inundated with that. All right, so Carol want to know, I want to know how I can protect myself and my family. Well, number one, garb yourself in white light, white golden light. You can garb yourself in whitish golden light. You can also place this same white golden light around them, around their automobiles, You can read also Psalms 1 and 2. Light a white candle on a daily basis. Make sure you have an altar. On your altar, what you want to do, yeah, it might be the problem. Yeah, it might be, but it didn't work. But we still waiting for this other one to download. It's coming now.
It says about 3 more minutes.
So we got about 3 more minutes or so, and we're gonna get to it. Right, that's why right now we just answering questions, but soon we'll be able to. All right, but
So we appreciate you guys.
yeah, we appreciate everybody coming on. So you can do Psalms 1 and 2 and light a white candle. Make sure on your altar you will want water, fruit, all right, pictures of your ancestors that is passed on, that loved you, you know, that changed your shitty ass diapers, that gave you money, that helped protect you while you was here, you know, while they was here, you know, all of these things you want to think about as you set up your altar, your ancestral altar. You want to make sure that you have pictures, which are very important. You want to have earth, so gemstones, crystals, and of course we had a host of gemstones and crystals. Matter of fact, here go one right here. This is labradorite. This is beautiful piece of labradorite right here. I'm telling you.
See it glistening.
You know what I'm saying? This thing right here is real pretty.
And then also the
real
titanium.
Pretty. Of course, the titanium quartz is excellent. You know, and of course we have dozens and dozens and dozens of gems, precious stones on the website. So you definitely want to check those out because those have certain frequencies in which that helps with protection. All right. The gems that's good for protection. All right. The quote unquote labradorite is good for protection. All right. Also, another good one would be, you're right, amethyst is real good. Even quartz crystal, if you're able to program it properly with your thoughts, it can act as a real good shield. Moonstone is good for protection. So these particular stones, you can add to your reservoir, and you can actually put in your pocket, carry them, or on a bracelet or on a necklace. All right. You can also, in order to increase protection, you want to sage the house. You want to sage the family members. You want to light sandalwood. All right. You can light sandalwood. You can light frankincense and myrrh, dragon's blood.
Holy wood.
Right. 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 Exactly. You can light those and do awful protection too. Okay. All right, y'all. We getting ready to pull up. Let me see what else we got here. Your thoughts. Okay. Boom, 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 boung. Yep, labradorite helps with readings as well. Apache tears. Exactly. Shungite.
Yes.
By turbaline, no doubt. Indeed. Helps with the cleansing aspects. No doubt. So yes. Much love for that. Much love for that. Said, what if you didn't have people around you growing up like that? You mean people who were just selfish as hell and didn't have no spiritual qualities about them? Never even seen any type of never had no spiritual experiences? Is that what you mean, Papa? Oh yeah, we all need spiritual protection, no doubt. You know, that's why we say our chant, which is our decree every day, or you know, when we here on the channel, we give everybody the decree. You know, no doubt.
You are about to join the hangout.
All right, we about to join you on this end. We getting ready to join. Oh yeah, it's clear over here. Yeah, much clearer than here. Can you pull it in? Uh-oh.
There you go. Right.
Yeah, but let's see if it's gonna be clear on here though.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Okay, then. Turning it up. You gotta mute it.
right.
Okay, there you go.
Peace,
Okay,
peace.
there you go. Yeah, but you want to join on this? I don't know what it's gonna do now.
What, this is joint?
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go. Peace, peace. There you go.
So you want to go back out and come in?
No. Let's try to get through this, God. 'Cause I'm sleepy.
All right, can y'all hear me now, y'all? Hit me up with a 1 right quick.
You have to type it too.
Y'all can see me? Okay, word. All right.
We
Change the
good?
batteries on the carbon. Oh, no. That wasn't what that was, Basel. That was the computer, actually.
He said change the battery.
Oh, on the
On the smoke detector.
on the smoke detector, yeah. Word, right? Yeah, that annoying. All right. Video is kind of choppy, but it's fine.
It's choppy still.
It's clear. Okay, it's clear now.
It's
okay.
clear, but it's choppy.
All right, it's clear now. But y'all can hear me.
Yeah, they
All
can
right, so
hear
y'all
you.
can hear me. Can y'all see me? Tell me if y'all can see me. Hit me up with another one and y'all can see me. Okay, word. All right. All right, so we going to the joint, y'all. Let me get my
Presentation. Thumb drive. that he done been working so hard on.
Yeah, let's get that. Let me see. Go on Jason somewhere. Here we go. Is it working? Yeah, let me try it on this side.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
I ain't never seen it that hard.
That was you.
Oh, willing cheese.
All right, y'all. We going. Set full screen. Let me see. Where shit? I don't know shit at.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Start screen share. Okay, there you go.
All right. Send to everyone.
Then right there, right? No, then you go pull it up, right?
Mm-hmm. And appreciate y'all coming back. Shoot, for those that didn't get a chance to check it out, they probably had to go to sleep. We got started late. But the guy was doing 1-2 o'clock in the morning. Joel. So
Yeah.
we ain't too bad up on this then. You know what I mean? All right, so let me see here. Okay, this ain't working. Come on. It's not even making that sound like it normally do. And any that do. So
That's the DVD drive, ain't it? Yeah. Say insert this. That ain't it. This is a brand new computer.
Yeah. This joint ain't even working. Oh boy. All right, y'all.
It's a brand new computer.
I'm asking more questions as we get this. Oh boy, I'm telling you, boy, these damn computers is a trip. And the service such as YouTube and Google Hangout is even worse.
Based on Wi-Fi because we're not home.
Yeah, but this here ain't even hitting on it. Ain't hitting on it, y'all. It ain't hitting on Jack Squatty, as they say. All right. So let's see here.
Let me see. We can email it. Pull it up in the email. You want to do that?
Yeah, because I don't think this is working no more.
So we done broke it.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's weird. Damn. Oh. So we got it on yeah, we got it on
Google Drive.
Yeah, Google Drive, and plus we got it on the internet. on our page.
It never all the way uploaded.
Oh, yeah.
No.
All right.
Damn. If it ain't one thing, it's another.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
I'm trying to see. I'm gonna stop the screen share.
Be trying, y'all. Be trying. I'm telling you, boy. Tonight is not the night.
Okay, but we gonna push through.
You know what I'm saying? Telling you.
Let's see if we got some questions in the chat room. Can you see?
Yeah. Questions, y'all. Any questions? Questions as we get this together here, please. Islam, Brother David. Peace and bliss. Oh, Noel said, go back to singing. Saying, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Exactly. For real.
Noel in the house. We appreciate you, God.
He said the effort is appreciated. Right? Thank you, Brother Straight Man. Word, appreciate that. Well, we can still answer questions, though. You know, we never get tired of that.
You could tell them what you're drinking.
Right now, I'm drinking some smoothie that is not sweet. This smoothie is. See, I've been fasting for the last 5 days. So, this smoothie here, and now that's basically what I've been fasting on: is smoothies, maybe a handful of nuts. I did eat a banana in 5 days, so I guess that's pretty good. But basically this is green, which has spinach, it has kale, it has lime in it. It also has cilantro, ginger, parsley. All right, so that's what's in this.
And then a plantain.
Oh, and my wife added a plantain, which obviously was not sweet at all, No doubt, it wasn't sweet. I'm sure of it. Right? Okay, Brother Damien said he at work listening to us. All right. Appreciate that. All right. It says from a metaphysical perspective, what is the Ethiopian eunuch? Good question. It's been taught that a eunuch, of course, is someone who had their testicles cut off so that they would not be able to impregnate members of the royal family, because the eunuch would be around the royal family, and also the eunuch, the harem of the king, which he might have many concubines, wives, as part of his kingdom and his harem. So the eunuch was castrated so that he would not be able to impregnate any of them. All right, so that was that. So it wasn't too much of a metaphysical reason behind it. They made circumcision a metaphysical meaning behind it. It meant star covenant, as a metaphysical meaning on that part. But as far as a metaphysical meaning for that, there really isn't. It was just the fact of keeping another person from impregnating any of your wives / combines, which is called right hand possessions, which they're still known today in the Holy Quran, in the Bible, It's called concubines. You know, they say that Solomon had 700 concubines and 300 wives. You know, now that was metaphysical because that comes to 1,000, which is talking about the 1,000 petal lotus petals, which is talking about above the head. When you reach the seventh chakra or pineal gland, there's 1,000 petals or 1,000 lotus petals in which that blooms and blossoms from the opening, in which that symbolizes the opening up the pineal gland itself. So that's a metaphysical meaning behind that, you know. But as far as within the unit, there is it as far, you know, that was just to keep them from, you know, impregnating, you know, the royal family members and wives and concubines. Okay.
What's the name of the presentation?
Monday the conference. All right. Questions. Come on, questions as we get it.
Let me see. Somebody said they wanted to know what chakra should a person try healing first?
Chakra that normally open up is the third eye region. The third eye, which is the pituitary gland, opens up in order to beam that white light onto the pineal gland, which is symbolic to the crown chakra. Some say it's the pineal gland, which is the third eye. And then, of course, that light, which is Kundalini, basically beam me up Scotty into the galaxy-like cloud that hovers over top of the pineal gland, which symbolizes the eye of Horus or Heru, the eye of Shiva, as it's called, the eye of Uriel, Lucifer, also called the eye of Michael. You know, it has many names, you know, but in order to open and activate it properly, you want it to be the eye of Christ or the eye of Jesus. You know, when the energies hit it improperly, and a person has an activated pineal gland, it can become what is called the eye of Satan or the eye of Lucifer in that sense. You know, so this is the thing. It taps you into the clip off, which is known as the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Then you have the tree of life, which is known, of course, as Kether, which symbolizes that crown. You know, so you know you have to study the clip off, the tree of clip off, the clip off tree. You want to study those 22 paths of daemons. You want to study the 22 paths on the tree of life and correlate those. All right. Those are just some of the keys that you definitely want to do.
Okay. You had another question. I don't know if this was previously asked, but I'm gonna ask anyway. How can you tell if a child is a counterfeit spirit?
Oh, okay. Melanated goddess, you on it. All right, this is what we're talking about. That is soulless or is a counterfeit spirit. Basically, you can tell by the actions is that most. All right, is one of them. You know, their feelings. You know, they don't feel like everyone else. They think about themselves mostly. You know, very selfish in that regard. You know, basically they're sociopathic, right? They're going beyond narcissistic. They're going beyond that level. They are into the social or sociopathic and psychopathic levels. All right. It happens, but it don't happen that much to so-called melanated children because only 5 to 15% of melanated or Africans, Moors, or pineal gland calcified. All right, 20 to 25% Asians but 60 to 80% Europeans. So, we don't have to worry about it too much, but they are there. They are black devils. And there are those who don't have highly developed souls or have not felt the energies of their bodies. They are just that dumbfound, and just out of it as far as, they think everything is just tangible and this is just what they see, touch, taste, smell, and hear. That's where they at with the information. And you heard a lot of them Negroes on Sonetta's platform. That's where they at. They like to hear Black Power, but yet, don't know shit about melanin.
But it was a lot of them that was unconscious too. They
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, Alim,
Oh,
go
yeah,
in,
no doubt.
go in. That's
No
the
doubt.
teacher right there.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And many of y'all that stream and made comments, and we appreciate that. But we talking about those who called in and didn't, it just couldn't register. They was just too linear, in their thought process. They couldn't see the ramifications or the holistic manner that we was trying to come from, showing you how, from ancient Kemet, that the word Lucifer or Satan, the devil, originated from. So it was just something hard for them to comprehend, from the slide presentation, But those who are spiritual, holistic, they didn't have a problem. They understood because, they heard Bobby, they've heard Baba Phil, so it wasn't hard for them to comprehend and understand what we was talking about, because we do is connect the dots. Being that both of them, I rode with Bobby back during the 90s, and he the one who told me to do this. And Baba Phil, I've opened up and actually done lecture with him on many occasions, and talked to him, many times out the year. So he's like a mentor to me. So I have both of these great brothers, in my life. And of course, y'all done heard dozens and dozens of shows that me and Brother Panic have done together. And Brother Panic already said that, that he traveled back, past life experience, and he's seen me, him, Bobby, Phil, in past lives, and that we came back here at this time in order to do our diligent, research, study, and get this information out to the people. So, that's been the most important aspect for us, is to, try to unify this information, so people won't get caught up, like in just one belief system or religion, when they can understand that, all of this is ours. How I'm just going to be a Moor, and get caught up into worship. I'm not that type of Moor. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I don't worship a man. I worship Allah in man. In other words, I worship Allah, and Allah is within me, and I'm the man that worships Allah. You know what I'm saying? That's in me. All right, and I can acknowledge the Allah in you as man and woman. However, I would not worship. Okay, so I'm not into parroting. You won't hear me say Islam, 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 Islam.
I know, I
every
can't stand that.
every second.
All that dang on every minute.
You know
And then
what I'm
also too, you're dealing with Islam, but your girl working and you ain't work. What kind of Islam is that?
Well, I don't know about all that.
I
That's
don't
them
either.
and their relationship. I'm just saying that I'm not into saying Islam every second. I'm not into worshiping Prophet Noble Drali. You know what I'm saying?
And you not into letting your girl provide for you.
I'm not into any of those types of things. Right? I don't worship white Jesus. All right. So I'm not worshiping black. I'm not worshiping nothing but the Allah in me. All right. That's it. All right. Even the Moorish Holy Quran, Circle 7, speaks up the fact that the holy breath will make you, man, and Allah one again, you know, in peace and harmony. Only the holy breath does that. So that's what we focus here on this network, on this channel, is the holy breath. All right? The holy breath and the Father of the universe. Allah, the Father of the universe, and the holy breath is the mother of virtues. All right? So that's the mother and the father. That's my mother and father. All right? Everything else that any and everyone else saying is for naught. All right? I got into this Moorish information, real simple, was because of a method and strategy to get ourselves from out of the predicament that we have gotten ourselves into, as far as being underfoot of this Western, so-called Western Empire, you know, of the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the shit that they have set up, you know. And Prophet Noble Ali bought keys, but he told you that he didn't teach you everything, because if he did, you know, you little sleepy-headed Moors would, you know, go back, you know, basically go back to sleep. So the Moors would go back to sleep. You know, you sleepy-headed. You know what I'm saying? Even now, when, you know, when we give too much information out, niggas yawning and shit.
I know I'm yawning.
You know what I'm saying? They yawning and all types of shit. You know, that's just what happens. Because we going into that threshold. That's that king, right. That's the king. Dr. York called it the spell of Kingu or the spell of Leviathan. You know, he called it all of those particular things. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just call it what is it? Cognitive dissonance. You know, that's what it's said. You know. All right. Let's see here. Okay, this one came up. You know, and you know, and plus, you know, we have our charter from the Moorish Holy Temple of Science of the World. My Supreme Grand Sheikh is Adar Bey, and he made me a sheikh back in 2006. You know, a Grand Sheikh in 2006. So we have our charter. I have my warrant of authority. However, I teach in a way that I teach, because this is talking about unification of the religions, in which that is on the card. The nationality card that all these Moors have states specifically that we honor all the prophets. But when you start teaching about other sciences, all of a sudden, no, brother, you can't do that. Contradiction. Contradiction. We acknowledge Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, Krishna, Lao Tzu. All of them can get respected as being prophets, you know, of these different religions. But yet you're not supposed to do any study in these different religions and put this information together. That's a problem. That's somebody you know that is trying to control your thinking. All right, trying to control your thinking, and that's not fair for someone trying to control your thinking. All right. We're not into controlling your thinking. We're simply here to give you information. You take it and do what you will with it. All right. I'm like Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know, you can take it or let it alone. Take it or let it alone. Leave it alone. If you don't like it, take it if you do. All right. That's just what it is. All right, so let's pull this joint up. All right, what we talking about? Let it alone. Take it or let it alone, brother. All right. So that's what we talking about. We talking about taking it or let it alone. I can't control anyone. I'm not no tyrant. I'm not no damn person seeking attention. You know, I'm simply a person trying to convey information so that you can awaken the God within you. That's what I want to see. I want to see a whole fucking planet of gods and goddesses. You know what I'm saying? And not just walking here, damn leaving here and going to other dimensions, parallel, all types of things. You know what I'm saying? We talking about damn elevating to the highest levels here. And this is no BS. But it is for those, however, who don't believe in the chakras, who don't understand Kundalini. As Panic would say, no Kundalini for you. No Kundalini for you. But yet, want to say Africa this, Africa that. But then when I take them to the South African shaman, Kuda Mutwa, and Kundalini, the African terminology within the Amazulu, which is Umbelini, they got nothing to say. See, this is how you know you got clowns. And they are running the circus. There's no ringleader. It's just clowns. All right? And that's what I'm seeing. I'm a lot of all clowns. Clowns everywhere. Clowns are everywhere. All right? All right, so all right, let's see here. All right, we getting ready to go in, y'all. Finally. All right. All right, it says, what books do you recommend for developing understanding on metaphysical info? You need all of Hilton Hotima's books. Hilton, Hilton, Hotima, Hotema. Hilton Hotima. If you don't have his books, you're slipping. You're slipping. You need all of his books. All of them. Okay? And that's the best place to start. Also get Charles Fillmore's books, Physical Bible Dictionary and the 12 Powers of Man. All right? Get Celestial Ship of the North by Eve Valencia Stratton. She was a student of Jeremiah Massey. Get all of Jeremiah Massey's books. The Book of Beginnings, Natural Genesis, Ancient Egypt, the Light of the World.
But you went through all of these.
Jeremiah Massey lectures.
And,
all right.
2018.
Yeah, we did a recap in 2018 and we gave a list of books. So find that video, that will help you. All right. Says I've been listening to my breath and practicing my breathing when I called the Adon. Good, Brother Noel. Let's see here. What else? What else? Said, do you recommend? Those are the books. The Dogon teach the pineal gland is also the wisdom mind. Have you guys heard it? Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, the Dogon teach that. Oh, everyone teaches that, you know, but Negroes who don't believe in the chakra, in the kundalini, and get upset because you're utilizing Vedic Sanskrit words, but yet don't know that the Vedic people, known as the pre-Davidians, known as the Tamil people, come directly from out of Ethiopia. That they always screaming about Africa this, Africa that, black power, Africa, Africa. Yes, the story of Solomon, the wisest, is connected to the pineal gland because S-O-L, Sol, is soul, your soul, and Amen means hidden. So Sol, Amen, Amen, Amen is hidden. So the hidden sun, that is talking about the soul embedded inside of the pineal gland. And the soul embedded inside of the pineal gland is the soul or sun, which is hidden. So yes, that is the connection. Says the title of the video looks left hand, the left hand path. The greatest information on the left hand path that you can get is by my teacher Sunyata Saraswati, and he combined the left hand path and the right hand path to make it the middle path. All right, so he took the tantra information and he took the kriya, which is tantra yoga and kriya yoga, and he combined them. All right, so you definitely want to get his book Jewel in the Lotus. You need that. All right. All right, all right. Let's see. I got some more. What's your thoughts on the Lucifer Trust? The Lucis or Lucifer Trust, of course, was formed by from out of the sect of Madame Blavatsky, known as they actually had a newspaper in which that was called Lucifer. All right, it was called Lucifer. So you can pull that up online. The Theosophical Society, you know, they got too much complaints about that, and so they went to Lucid, which is just Lucis instead of Lucifer. But that's what it was. Both of them means light. All right. Is there
real history?
Right. There's metaphysical meaning of what's spoken of at the time of the Jubilee and the rite of 50 outside of the chrono of time and mere physical aspect? Yes. Jubilee in the Old Testament was every 50 years, which correlates to every 50 years. You have the constellation or the stars in the constellation Sirius, which is Sirius A and Sirius B, to travel around each other in an elliptical pattern every 50 years. And during that time period, they exchange energies. All right. So every 50 years, these two stars flip-flop over each other, exchanging energy. And this happens every 50 years. This is what the Dogons was doing as part of the Jubilee experience. They refer to it as the Ziggy ceremony. All right. Bobby Hammond used to say that too. Oh yeah, of course, definitely. That's what I'm saying. You know, say when we come in, Johnny Boy want to know when we come into Missouri to do a lecture. I don't know, brother Johnny, hook us up. You know, real simple. Just get a place, get us out there, and we do it. You know what I mean? That's how. All right. They control the thinking to get the belief, and the belief is nothing but a thought. You keep thinking, true indeed. Okay, somebody asked about the book recommendations again. Y'all want to know these books. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let me see what else. All right, let me see. It says, okay. Y'all got a lot of questions. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, it's coming. So, book recommendations on our origin, metaphysics, and development of power. Okay, explain that one already. Deborah Bliss said that we are going from kindergarten to grade school. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to take. I'm trying to get you at least the damn high school shit. You know, At least college level, high school and college. Shit, I'm trying to get you there. Maybe masters. You know, when y'all start practicing some of this shit, you know, as far as the Qigong and Tai Chi, then you get into the master's program. You know, the Kundalini yoga, the Tantra Kriya yoga. Then you're becoming a master of this. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, you don't have to write a thesis to get into out of grade school. You all right? You have to write that damn thesis to graduate from there to get your damn PhD. All right? And of course, PhD just means philosophy degree. So they took you to all the goddamn school and to give you a PhD, which simply means a PhD is a philosophy degree. Shit, you could have been damn philosophizing all the time. Hell, metaphysics explain philosophy. So metaphysics degree is greater than a goddamn philosophy degree. Because metaphysics explain the shit that the nigga is contemplating in his head, talking about that's philosophy. I don't want to hear, what if I wasn't in the forest and a tree fell? Would I still hear the sound? Would the sound? Would the tree still make a sound? Huh? Yeah, motherfucker, the damn tree will make a sound. There or not. See, metaphysics, that's simple. Okay, so I rather have I have a metaphysics doctrine in metaphysics. So my doctrine in metaphysics is greater than a PhD. Okay, so we went to school for all that time, and this is the things in which that happens, where you just get a philosophy degree and you contemplate on stupid shit that you're still wondering 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years later on in your life. Okay? That's ridiculous. No, it's time to get to the goddamn answers, and metaphysics does that. All right? All right, somebody said, it's very hard for me. Brother Papa says, very hard for me. I'm going through some home issues that's very heavy on my mind. It's hard for me to keep focused. Okay. I got you, Papa. No doubt, no doubt. When you want to talk about it, hit me up, all right?
Controlling the breath and the affirmations will also help too.
Yeah, no doubt. Controlling your breath and doing the affirmations help. All right, Laura says, is celibacy counterproductive to Kundalini? If you do not have yet a mate, and how do you use celibacy in a positive way? Excuse the spelling. You spelled everything right, guys. All right. Real simple. What you want to do with celibacy is that you can. All right, and based on what Stephen Chang wrote within his Tao Sexology, in the Tao of Sexology, he wrote that the time for the women has infinite energy, men have has finite energy. So women has infinite energy, men have finite energy. So the man more than the woman has to focus on not spreading his seed or losing his seed too much. All right, because that creates the aging effect within itself and deteriorates what is layers, which are the end caps on your DNA, and cause aging to happen more progressively. All right, yeah, black don't crack, but shit, sometimes it should get bent. All right, so, so just look at that. All right, so basically, what it is, he says by the formula of 0.2. So let's say you're 20 years old and you're having sex, all right, but 20 times 0.2 will come to 4.0. So that means that every 4 days you can orgasm or ejaculate, all right, and you will not lose your life force. If you have sex every day, then you will lose your life force. You can do damage to your kidney, to your eyes, damage to other organs, or endocrine glands in your body. All right, which are your chakra system. So you want to be able to make sure that you have enough time in between. The average man, it takes 72 hours for him to recoup of the sperm of the sperm and the semen that he lost. So it takes 72 hours for his body to rebuild that, and so he must be taking good nutrients during that time period. All right, a lot of green leafy vegetables that has iron in it, such as spinach, kale, all right, cilantro, parsley, as we spoke about earlier. That's some of the shit that I'm drinking right now. All right, mustard greens, cabbage. All right, lettuce. Those different things like that. Celery is good. All right, herbs, alfalfa, honey goatweed, damiana, ginseng, a little bit of yohimbe. All right, saw pimento, pigium. Different ones would be Don Quai and Damiana and Rose and raspberry. All right, those are the three main ones for the women. Right, she can also use honey goatweed as well. All right, but those are the ones in which that helps her. So you still want to be able to keep your Kundalini active and strong. So these herbs help with making, as they say, your nature rise. In other words, making you strong as far as your sexual organs. So you still want that even when you are celibate. Celibacy for an extended point of time is not good. All right, it perverts the energy and causes the energy to come downward, and hence the reason why you have these so-called celibate men in the Catholic Church. They supposed to practicing celibacy, and they're not good at it, as you already seen, right? Already know. So they're not very good at it. All right, because they end up molesting the altar boys, the nuns, every damn thing going on up in there, right? Because they are pretending to be holier than thou. All right, so you can't pretend to be holier than thou with the Kundalini energy. That's the Mother Goddess principle within each and every one of us, and she must be expressed. Right? So you ain't no holier than thou. It's just about getting knowing the proper science behind sex. Tantra and Kriya yoga. Those are the things. So no, I do not see celibacy as something in which that should be done for an extended period of time. And yes, it becomes counterproductive to the Kundalini because it makes the Kundalini rage with that fire. Rick James and Rick James, bitch. Rick James. And Tina Marie with that fire and desire. The reason why the fire and desire is because they both was burning. With that desire, which is hell's fire. So, which symbolizes the blazing aspect of the root chakra, and the navel chakra, which both of them, have aspects over the sexual organs, and functions, which is the reptilian portion of the brain. So, no, celibacy is not good for an extended period of time. And what I mean by extended periods of time, we're talking about 1 to 2 years max if you are going to be celibate. After that, you're faking a funk. You're faking a funk. All right, you're faking a funk. All right.
Well, but you can, if it's the issue is having a worthy mate, then you can do compatibility charts. You can also do affirmations in which you manifest somebody in your life that will be perfect for you. There are different sciences that you could do. Because you don't want to settle either.
I know. Okay, Titaness says these days when you're going back and forth, I'm making progress and then split the moment where I started. Well, the thing is that this is progression. You know what I'm saying? trying to become, God is not something that's simple. The far as far as just saying, "Yo, peace, God, yo, peace, Earth," and then still going out doing the same devilish shit, as the next person. You know what I'm saying? As the next man. That's not God. God is working on the breath of life and moving and awakening the Kundalini and moving the energy up to the crown chakra, in order to become the God-like being. Michael, he who dares to be like God. That's Michael. So you want to become Michael, Melchizedek. You know what I'm saying? So this is a work in progress. Just keep at it. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do. Shit. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have limitations that they've placed on themselves in some shape, form, or fashion, whether they're good limitations or either, they limitations in which that you learned from your mother and father, what I'm saying, or grandparents or whatever the case is. We always have those types of limitations. Christianity had these limitations on us. Oh no, you can't have sex before marriage. Until they forgot to tell you that sex is marriage. That's what they forgot to tell you. Or that by being married, that you are supposed to go before a preacher or judge and pay 50 to 100 some odd dollars for a certificate and for it to be filed in the county, and that made you man and wife. That's bullshit. All right? Your heart and mind and body does that. That is what makes you husband and wife. So sex is marriage. And if we would tell our children that, then they would respect sex more, because then you would instill in their mind, well, if you have sex with her, as a male, if you have sex with her, that's your wife, right? Then they'd be like, oh shit, I better damn be careful what I share this with, and vice versa. They would begin to start having an appreciation for their sexual organs instead of just letting any and everybody get that. Get that. You know what I mean?
It's on my wild old road.
So.
You little hair on my chest.
Yeah, sex is marriage. That's just what it is.
A good book on that one is The Magic Wand.
No Tima. Once again, yeah, get those books by Hilton No Tima. Appreciate that, Dark Truth. Thank you. You said this might be a silly question, but how do you actually go about studying? All right, what I do, I got a room full of books. It's called my library, which I have over 10,000 books, physical books, and over 20,000 PDFs. So I have over 30,000 books. And so with the books that I have access to, which are the physical ones, what I do is simply deal with a topic that I'm interested in. And I go to each one, put them on my desk, and then look through each and every one of them, you know what I'm saying? And find information that correlates to the topic that I'm looking for. Sometimes I do presentations like I regularly do, or write as I did on my books, which I have more books coming out. So just be aware of those coming out. Shoot, we got about maybe 10 more books coming out. All right. So, that's basically how we do that. It says, do you pick a subject? Yes, I pick a subject or a topic. Read several books on the topic. Exactly. Do you study by the author when reading books? No, I don't study the author. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if I'm interested by the author, I might look him up on Wikipedia or something like that and see if she or he, has a page on Wikipedia and see what is said about them. Sometimes they might be pedophiles or child molesters, as they, chesters, as we call them. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is. Hell, Frank Joseph was accused of being a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? But hell, I got several of his books. Okay. Hell, he was the editor for Ancient American Magazine, which is a magazine that I get every 3 months.
Hell, God was a pedophile if Mary was 13.
Well, oh shit.
Muhammad too.
Yeah, Muhammad allegedly molested
A 9-year-old.
right. Well, he consummated it at the age of 11.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Mary got entered by the Holy Spirit, by the Holy Ghost, who was known as Gabriel, the archangel.
Okay.
You know,
Immaculate
on
Conception.
God's behalf, and create the Immaculate Conception, and shut that. Obviously, it had to be some real stuff.
Y'all, she was my baby.
This is the story that we was inundated with. So now all of a sudden, these stories ain't good no more. And now we got to crucify every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Literally. All right. That get brought up in the news media concerning this, when we know that this is nothing more than an agenda of the pale man. It's part of his population control agenda. Right? He's trying his best to make sure that anything that deals with bringing life here, you're not doing. All right? That's what he's trying to do. Anything that's not bringing life here, he's making sure you're not doing. Right? Homosexuality can't bring life if you're doing that. Right? Molesting children beyond the age of consent, which is beyond the age of them being able to ejaculate and bleed, which is normally between the age of 12 to 17. Okay. So this is what they're doing. Anything in which bestiality.
That's deep though.
They're promoting it.
Because people be having their period at 12 and 8.
Well, some do. But they're trying their best. Anything that does not bring life here, that's what they promote. And this is part of the population control agenda, part of the eugenics program with Bill Gates, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, all of these rich motherfuckers, the so-called elite, the Illuminati, right? Or as I call them, Killuminati.
And how old do people be when they be having their wet dreams?
I was 12 having wet dreams, so. Right, we can't be having that. Doing a damn presentation now.
Baby, I put it on the flyer.
Okay, can't be having that. So.
But that's deep. So little boys be having their wet dream. You was 12?
Yeah, I was 12.
I was 12 when my period came on.
Yeah, see?
Okay, so your body telling you something whole different than the society then.
Exactly. So your body telling you, oh shit, I'm grown now.
Grown now.
Right? And they don't, and they call 12. We being
stifled and stagnated.
Right, and they call 12 the preteens. But see, the thing is that our children grows faster than theirs based on, quote unquote, statistics as far as melanin is concerned with the nervous system. Right? Theirs grows slower. Here we are maybe having these things happen at 12 years old, and they might not have it until 16, 17 years old. All right. So we're being inundated, with a consensus, of the Albion, and what happens with his body, and how he functions, so I'm not condoning, all right. I'm not condoning pedophilia. I'm just simply trying to explain that we grow faster if we're not stifled, but we are in a society that is stifling us and calling us, children once our menses and our capability of, as my wife said, having wet dreams occur. So. I mean, but yeah, you get children who is so advanced. You got those who've gone into what we refer to as homeschool and shit. These damn 12 years old or in college.
Yeah, that's true now.
So somebody isn't stifling them. You see? So, this is a perception that is taking place, in that regard. And we just simply trying to, make sense of it. All right. The manipulation factor in which that is taking place with these individuals, such as like with R. Kelly manipulating these children, you know what I'm saying? That shit should not be tolerated. You know what I'm saying? Any man or woman, having a result to manipulation of the minds of youth is not should not be tolerated. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I just seen article today that there are countries in Africa right now that are shutting down adults marrying children, which they also was doing at one time. So, this pedophilia thing, as they refer to it as, these chesters are out here big, and this shit is worldwide, even in Africa. Okay, even in Africa. Okay, so
And it's mostly against little girls and children and women.
right, no doubt. So these are just things that we got to look at.
Mm.
All right, so if we was raised properly, if children was raised properly with the right mentality, you know what I'm saying, it might be a different story. But because we live in the situation that we are today, under the thumb of someone else in a society where we are biased with this biasness and this prejudice, racism, sexism, we got a lot of shit to change. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of shit to change. This is why polygamy and and polyandry are not the things to be practicing right now, because of the simple fact is that our minds aren't right.
Tell the
For
truth.
real. You know what I'm saying? Our minds aren't right.
Okay.
Most people that I see doing so is doing it from out of the lower self reasons. It's lower self. You know what I'm saying? I see men doing it for the reasons of greed, you know what I'm saying, and lust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Women the same way. So until we can raise ourselves beyond the lower self into the higher self, you know what I'm saying, that's something in which that we got to really master, or those four devils as they refer to them as.
And there's so many other things we got to do: food, clothing, and shelter.
Right.
Those are the basics. That's the first three basics.
Right. It can't be ego, y'all. Exactly. It can't be lower self gratification. You know what I'm saying? It can't even be mental masturbation. Okay. It has to be something in which that can really be utilized. If you're gonna damn build a nation, then I want to see land. I want to see buildings on that land. I want to see schools on that land. I want to see a whole lot of shit.
Healing facilities
And clinics. I want to see the whole lot of shit. All right. I don't want to see your ass up in the strip club
with fishnet stockings on and
okay. And talking about making it rain with money that you done stole from the community.
Oh wow.
Okay. I don't want to see you see what I'm saying? I don't want that shit. Wow. All right. If you're gonna damn build, nigga. All right, build. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, enough of that. Let's get to it.
Ray gave some money.
All right. Ray. No doubt. He got 5 on it. And we won't be smoking weed.
Thank you, Ray.
No doubt. Appreciate that, brother Ray. All right, so if y'all don't know who I am, which some people don't, so www.dralimel-bey.com, Instagram, www.instagram.com/Dr. Alim El-Bey, Twitter, the tweet, all right, twitter.com/Dr. Alim El-Bey, Moore's Bill. If you have not been to mooresbill.ning.com, you need to be there. mooresbill.ning or mooresbill.com. Go there now, sign up, and become part of the family. All right. We also have Dr. Alim El-Bey Inside Scoop.wordpress.com. We have www.patreon.com/Dr. Alim El-Bey again. And www.gofundme.com/1IM 508 or 50. No, that ain't even a zero. That's '08. Yeah, like I said, 508. All right, so check this out, y'all. All right, so this is what we were talking about, the flow state, what it is and how to achieve it. All right, this is according to a positive psychologist by the name of Mihail, all right, Kaczynski, Mikhail, all right. And basically what he said is that the experience is that the moment that we know as the flow state defines as the optimal state of consciousness, where we feel our best and perform our best. Right? He's popularized this term in his book, in his 1990s book. All right. And he called it the mental state of flow involves being completely involved in the activity for its own sake. The ego falls away. See, when you're in the flow state, the ego falls away, y'all. Time flies, and every action, movement, and thought follows inevitably from the previous one, like playing jazz. Your whole being is involved, and you're using your skills to the utmost. The 10 factors that are occupy this state of flow are having clear goals about what you want to achieve. 2, concentration and focus. 3, participating in an intricately rewarding activity. 4, losing feelings of self-consciousness. 5, timelessness, losing track of time passing. 6, being able to immediately judge your own progress. Instant feedback on your performance. All right. Knowing that your skills align with the goals of the task. Feeling control over the situation and outcome. Lack of awareness of physical need. Complete focus on the activity itself. So your performance level is off to achieve an optimal level of clarity and focus, yet you are not thinking about it. You're doing it. See, sometimes people overthink shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this conscious movement. Like niggas talking about they ain't no chakras and shit. That's some overthinking shit instead of just feeling and doing. You know what I'm saying? Won't do the breathing techniques in order to find out if that shit real or not. But just saying some stupid ass shit that, oh, they don't exist. Sound like fucking spiritual retards to me. You're not judging every move. You're not planning your next move. You're just letting it unfold. In flow, your ego withdraws, making way for the progress to happen unimpeded. You're not conscious of inhabitations, hunger, thirst, fatigue, aches, or anything outside of the activity. This is why you can see me, Phil, and Bobby panic during damn 5-hour and more lectures. That's how we get. We get in the zone, in the flow state, and and none of that shit matters. Thirst, hunger, fatigue, aches, what? None of that shit even matter. My wife would tell you I've done lecture with with my damn tooth hurting like a mug. But I damn did a damn 2-3 hour lecture with no problem. While I'm hurting, no problem. Why? Because you get into the flow state. None of that shit even matters no more. You lose consciousness of your physical body. Time flies, but you're completely unaware of it. And if you're stepping outside of it for the moment, you become one who is what you're doing in flow. Studying done in athletes in the zone, the state of flow, shows their brain waves operate similarly to the brain waves of those in meditation. So this is what this is showing you right here. This is the model of the flow as related to challenge and ability. All right, so you have low abilities and low challenges and high abilities and challenges, right? But if you notice, up in the upper right-hand corner, you got that flow, all right? You got that flow, all right? Focus and happy, that arousal, alert, focus, all right? You got that control, happy, confident. You got that relaxation, confident, and content, all right? Everything else, the boredom, the apathy, the worry, and the anxiety, all that shit falls to the past, to the ditch, falls into the ditch side, right? Because you're now in a different state of consciousness, all right? So, do lots of flow state based activities. So, what are some? Creative. You write, you draw, you paint, sculpture, you use your hands and make cool stuff. Athletic, challenges your body as well as your mind, always be pushing your limits. Impersonal, seek out cool people and have fun with them. Novelty, enjoy the wonderful things that makes the world awesome. All right, so here we have um, the flow state, which deals with theta, gamma brain waves. That's the dopamines uh, and the endorphins, right? And what is known as the anandamines. Right, but then you have the recovery in the delta waves, serotonin and oxytocin. You have the struggle, beta waves, which deals with cortisone and the neuropeptide. You have the release of the alpha beta waves, which is right there is the nitric oxide, right? Right there, you need that in order to open your vessels and different in your arteries and different things like that. That actually what helps with allowing the brothers' phalluses to rise up, as well as the women clitoris to become engulfed with blood. Right, it is in that state. But here we have the brain wave cycles, and you have gamma rays or waves, which is between 40 to 80 cycles per second, which is super consciousness, a highly attentive state of consciousness and perception involved in higher mental activity and the organization of information. Then you have beta waves, 13 to 39 cycles per second, which deals with conscious, fully awake, alert, ordinary reality, functional in the third dimension and middle world. Then you have alpha state, which we just went over, which is 8 to 13 cycles per second, which deals with the subconscious. All right, deep relax, light hypnosis, meditation, biofeedback, daydreaming, just before and after sleep, physical state, listening to music, watching a movie. All right, then you have theta state. This is the one we're talking about where you get into the flow. All right, 4 to 8 cycles per minute. Superconscious, again, gamma is superconscious, theta is superconscious, but here drowsy, all right, tranquil, excuse me, unconscious, light sleep, shamanic journeys, access to the fifth dimension and non-ordinary reality, and the upper and lower worlds. Then you have delta, 0.5 to 4, which is the dream state, deeply unconscious, sleep, astral travel, dreams, visiting other dimensions. All right. So here we have the true teachings is not an accumulation of knowledge, it's the awakening of consciousness, which goes through successful stages. This is the ancient Egyptian proverbs. And so we find that these successful stages of going through consciousness is through the breath. The breath is what regulates your states of consciousness. So this is how I know a Negro who still is at interpersonal consciousness. He's breathing 18 breaths a minute, which is called the beast breath. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. Hence, we call that the beast breath. And that only taps into interpersonal consciousness, all right, the bone structure, skeleton system, all right, even if they just breathe that way for 1 minute. Then you have 9 breaths a minute, which deals with intrapersonal consciousness, taps through into the tissues and muscular system, 12 minutes. If you breathe that way, 7.5 breaths a minute, life consciousness taps you into the blood and plasma, 24 minutes. 6 breaths a minute, subconsciousness taps you into the cellular body, 36 minutes. 4.5 breaths a minute, superconsciousness taps into the molecular structure, it was 48 minutes. And then 3 breaths a minute, magnetic consciousness taps you into the atomic particles of yourself at 60 minutes, 1 hour. Right? And if you breathe 1 breath a minute, which is infinite consciousness, taps you into the subatomic particles of yourself at 72 minutes. So if you breathed for 1 hour and 12 minutes, you would be tapping into your subatomic particles. And one breath is breathing in for 30 seconds and breathing out for 30 seconds. So you was able to breathe in for 30 seconds and out for 30 seconds, then that's one. And you did that, that's 1 minute. So hence the 1 minute, you know what I'm saying, will tap you into infinite consciousness. Most will not even practice to get to that level. So you just leave them in the place where they're at because they just want to debate and argue about dumb shit. That's why you see me on the live with Sonetta up in the camera with my hand on my cheek and face and shit like, all right, next. Okay, I'm not debating, dumbness. Such as there ain't no chakras. All right, but here, living the melanin diet, you need that. All right, you need that by Dana um, um, Meningal. All right, then you have the science of melanin, dispelling the myths. This by my good friend Tim Owen Moore, PhD. FSU is in the house. Then you have Dark Matter, Dark Secrets by Tim Owen Moore. Then you have Why Darkness Matter, the power of melanin in the brain. And this is all of the great teachers right here. Edward Bruce Bynum, PhD. N.C. Brown, PhD. Richard D. King, MD. And Tim Owen Moore, PhD. All right. Melanin, What Makes Black by Dr. Layla Africa. Then you have African Origin of Biological Psychiatry by Dr. Richard King. Melanin, A Key to Freedom by Dr. Richard King. And also the first book I read by him actually was not even a book per se. It was a lot of sheets of documents, which was known as the, in which they had. And I read that book back in 1989, 1990. All right, this is actually before the African Origin of Biological Psychiatry and the Melanin, A Book on A Key to Freedom was even out. Then you have Dark Light Consciousness, Melanin, Serpent Power, and the Luminous Matrix of Reality by Dr. Bruce Bynum. So I just wonder if they read, if these so-called, Black Power, African Negroes read Dark Light Consciousness, Melanin, Serpent Power, because he's talking about the Kundalini in there. Oh shit now. And the Luminous Matrix of Reality, and he talking about the chakras, which don't exist. All right. But anyway, here, according to Dr. Jules Pooker, melanin is a biological living light. I'm gonna say that shit again. Dr. Jules Pooker says melanin is a biological living light. In some circles, it's referred to as the God particle. Well, that's why this is called melanin, the God particle. Melanin is the chemical that is produced in specialized groups of cells known as melanocytes, which has black hole properties. It has several life-sustaining benefits. It counteracts stress, minimizes jet lag, regulates biological rhythm, boosts memory, play a major role in the synthesis of DNA, and it intensifies REM or dream deep sleep, organize system biological, mental, and spiritual, slow aging, strengthens the immune system, puts us in a pleasant mood, and resets our biological clock, which helps us adapt to new environments and time zones. Every living organism on this planet has melanin, but not all humans share the same type of melanin. There's 3 basic types of melanin. You have the eumelanin, which that's what you have. You have the pheomelanin, which is what the European has, and you have neuromelanin, which you have more of. Neuromelanin is the melanin found within the brain and nervous system, comprising of either pheomelanin or eumelanin. The most common is eumelanin, of which there are 2 types: brown and black. Right? So you get the book by Dr. Suzal, Black Out the Whitewash. She drops it. All right. She talked about melanin is the major organizing molecule in living systems. Dr. Frank Barr pioneered, discoverer of melanin organizing ability and other properties, opened his technical work, Melanin, the Organizing Molecule. The hypothesis is advanced that neuromelanin, in conjunction with the other pigment molecules such as the phenanoids, says functions are the major organizational molecule in the living system. Melanin is depicted as an organizational trigger capable of using established properties such as photons, which is electro-photon conversions, free radical redox mechanism, all right, ion exchange mechanisms, exchange mechanisms, and semiconductor switching abilities to direct the energy to strategic molecular system, all right, and sensitive hierarchies of protein enzymes cascade. Melanin is held capable of regulating a wide range of molecule interaction and metabolic processes. Right, so here's the melanin molecule. All right. And facts, there are over 9,000 patents with the word melanin in them. Right? Melanin right now costs $563 a gram, which is more than combined diamonds, gold, and platinum. Melanin costs more than all three of them right now. So a lack of melanin is directly related to the malfunction of the central nervous system. Melanin forms a network between all the spiritual material planes on the cosmos. This is Joseph A. Bailey II, MD. So these MDs are telling you about the science of melanin, the real science. And remember, melanin forms a network between all the spiritual and material planes of the cosmos. Okay, so we're gonna leave this right here for right now. We're gonna come back tomorrow and I'll finish this joint up. All right. We appreciate y'all. And as we always say, continuing now for days, weeks, months, and years to come, we're moving towards our most cherished goal of health, wealth, knowledge of ourselves, protection, security, enlightenment, and full contentment. Every action, enterprise, and endeavor which that we wish to be involved or bringing increasing rewards. We have so much success, abundance, share, and help with those who are sincere along the way. We're moving closer towards the oneness of God and Goddess and a full release of our higher inner selves. We out, y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for the super chats and everything. We see y'all tomorrow. Peace. And tomorrow we won't have these problems. I promise. I promise.
PJD 13 said, appreciate the knowledge.
No doubt, no doubt.
Thank you. Peace. Much love, Queen.